Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome back to another tutorial. Today I will be using this yarn called Dapper Dreamer Summer in the color Ocean. This is 100% cotton and it is a number 3 light, or what we sometimes refer to as DK yarn. We will also use a 3.5mm hook, a yarn needle, and scissors. To start off with the cup, we're going to be chaining 20 chains. And once you have 20 chains, we're going to work a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook and continue adding a double crochet for each of the chains across. At the end of the row, we're going to add another 2 double crochet into that last chain. One and 2, and then we chain 1, and again back into that same chain we're going to work 3 double crochet. That is 2 and 3. And once you've done that, we're just going to keep on working 1 double crochet for each of the stitches across until we get to the end of this round. At the end of this round, we're going to chain 3. Turn our work, and that chain 3 counts as our first stitch for the next round. So we will start our next stitch into the 2nd stitch from the previous round. And after that, we're just going to keep on working a double crochet for each of the stitches across until we get to the center part. Once you get to the center, we're going to work 2 double crochet into that chain space. 1 and 2. And after that, we're just going to chain 1, and again back into that chain space we will work another 2 double crochet. After that, we're just going to keep on adding 1 double crochet for each of the stitches until we get to the very last stitch. So at the end of this round, we're going to work the last double crochet into the top chain of the turning chains. And that will be the pattern for the rest of the rounds. You're going to keep on repeating what you did in row 2 5 more times. So that means that you will have a total of 7 rounds for the cup. So here I have a total of 7 rounds, and now we're going to be working on the bottom of the cup. I would like you to chain 3, and that chain 3 counts as our first stitch, and then work a double crochet in the first row of the cup, and then continue working 2 double crochet for each of the rows across the bottom of the cup. So this is how the border of our cup looks like. And now we will continue with the lace details. I would like you to chain 5, turn your work, and then we will skip the next 1 and 2 stitches. And then in the next stitch, we will work a single crochet. So skip 2 stitches and then single crochet in the next stitch. After that, we will chain 5 again. And then this time, instead of skipping 2 stitches, we will skip 3 stitches and work a single crochet into the next stitch. So just keep on repeating that until you get to the end of the row. chain 5, skip 3 stitches, single crochet in the next stitch. So at the end of this row, we're going to work our last single crochet into the top chain of the turning chains. Now come row 2 for the lace, chain 3, turn your work, and then we will be working a single crochet into the third chain of the chain 5 stitches, and then from here on we will be chaining 5 and then a single crochet in each of the third chain of the, I call them arcs. So you will be working a single crochet in each of the third chain of the arcs until you get to the last arc. So here I am on the last arc for the second row, and you will notice also that as you go along, the number of arcs from each of the rows will be decreasing. And this will be the pattern then for the rest of the rows. Chain 3, turn your work, and again single crochet in the third chain of the chain 5 space from the previous row. Chain 5, and again single crochet in the third chain, and then you're just going to keep on repeating this row until you have a total of 4 arches. Yeah, so just keep on repeating that, decreasing an arch in every row. So here I have a total of 4 arches left. And now we will be doing the last row of the lace. So chain 3, turn your work, and then work a single crochet in the third chain of the chain 5 space. And then we're going to do 3 double crochet into the single crochet from the previous row. 1, 2, 3. And then work a single crochet into the third chain of the chain 5 space, like so. And that is then the pattern that you will repeat for the rest of the stitches. 3 double crochet into the single crochet, and then single crochet into the third chain of the chain 5 space. One, 2, 3, and then single crochet. So at the end of this row, we will chain 3 and then work a slip stitch into the next single crochet. So after that, we're just going to fasten our work, cut our yarn, and then go ahead and then repeat everything from the very beginning to make the second cup. Here is my 2 cups. Now we're just going to set this aside and we're going to be working on the halter straps. Now to make these straps, you're just going to keep on chaining for about 1.5 meters or 2 meters, depending on the length that you need. So once you have your strap, you're just going to find the middle part of it and place the middle part into the center chain 1 space of the cup, and then do that from the back of the cup, like so. And we pull the ends and tighten it off a little bit, like so. And what I would like to do as well is to create a knot in the ends of my strap just to make it a little bit more secure. And once you're done with that, you're just going to do exactly the same thing for the other strap as well. One thing that I forgot to note is to check the detail of your lace, because earlier I made a mistake by placing the strap in the wrong side of the cup, so I had to redo it again. So here is my two finished cups. And now we're going to start working on the back part of the crochet top. Now the idea is to start working the back part on this side of the cup, and then we're just going to work the total length of the back part and connect that to the other cup. So that is then the length of the back part is your total bust measurement divided by 2. Now we will start the cup by joining in the yarn with a slip stitch into the center chain spaces like so. Chain 3, and that counts as our first double crochet, and then work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, and then work a double crochet into the next stitch. Again, chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, and then work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we will repeat that one more time. Chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, and then work a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So that is then the pattern for row 1. Now come row 2. Row 2, chain 3, turn your work, and then work a double crochet into the next stitch. Like so. Now we will just follow the exact same pattern as row 1. Chain 2, skip the chain spaces, and then double crochet into the double crochet from the previous row. Double crochet, chain 2, double crochet into the next stitch, and then finally work your last double crochet into the top chain of the turning chains. So that is then the pattern for the rest of the row. You will just keep on repeating row 2 until you reach the your total number of your bust measurement divided by 2. I also suggest that you stretch your back part a little bit, because cotton tends to loosen over time. And I will get back to you later when you're done with the back part, and then we can connect it to the other cup as well. So here I finished the back part, and as I said previously, you need to stretch it out a little bit while working the length, because cotton tends to stretch over time. And now we're going to connect the 2 pieces together like so. And what I would like you to do is we're going to bring that loop into the front and through the chain spaces like so. This is just so we can easily work our slip stitches. So from here on, you're just going to do a slip stitches into the front and through the back as well. After joining the two pieces together, we're just going to fasten off, cut our yarn, and using a tapestry needle, we're going to weave in all of our ends. After weaving in all of your ends, we're going to chain as many chains as you want until you have something that is long enough for the ties in the front. Alright friends, that's it for today's video. If you like this pattern and if you enjoy making this top, please hit like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. If you have other questions, please write them down in the comments below and let me know what you would like me to make for our next tutorial as well. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and I will see you next time.